Alright, Tricks and Trickers, here we go with another episode review. So now we're going to be looking at Inheritance. The Enterprise arrives at Altria 4, a planet with a core that is cooling and solidifying. Grant and Juliana Tainer, scientists from Altria 4, inform the crew about the problem. Lieutenant Commanders Geordi LaForge and Data suggest injecting plasma into the core to restore it to its molten state. After the other members of the briefing depart, Juliana reveals herself to be the former wife of Data's creator, Noonien Soong. Data can only find one Juliana in its memory, a Juliana O'Donnell. She explains that after protests from Mother, she and Noonien decided to elope. The Klingon and a Carvalan freighter captain served as marriage witnesses. She explains that his early memories were wiped and were replaced with memories of the colonists of Omicron Theta. He was about to be reactivated when the crystalline entity attacked. Data conducts his own research into Juliana's story and finds evidence to circumstantially support her claims, and decides to accept her as his mother while he learns more. As they begin the plasma infusion, Juliana tells Data and LaForge a story about Data's trouble with learning to keep his clothes on. Data takes her to his quarters, where he plays his violin. She offers to play with him and uses a viola. Among his paintings, she sees one of his daughter, Lau. Juliana is overcome with emotion when she is told of Lau's demise. Juliana asks Data to be careful if he intends to create another child. She admits that she was against Data being created due to the problems with Lore, and confesses that she forced Noonien to leave Data behind when the crystalline entity attacked, fearing that he would awaken to become like Lore. Data observes something about Juliana, and asks Beverly Crusher to examine her medical records when Commander Riker calls. An emergency requires that Juliana and Data go down to effect repairs. They complete their task and return to the transport point, and find the pattern enhancers have fallen down a cliff. They must jump to safety. When Data jumps, he takes Juliana over the cliff with him. Data lands safely, but Juliana is knocked unconscious and her arm becomes detached from her torso. Data observes a network of circuitry and it becomes apparent that Juliana is an android. Dun dun dun! In Juliana's positronic brain, LaForge finds a chip with a holographic interface. Data activates the chip in the holodeck and sees his father, Dr. Soong, who created the interactive holoprogram to answer questions about the Juliana android. Soong explains that his wife was once a real human, but was mortally wounded as a result of the crystalline entity's attack. He created a new android and used synaptic scanning to place Juliana's memories into it. After the real Juliana died, Soong activated the android's body, and she awoke believing she was human. She later chose to leave Soong and let her go, after installing the chip, sadly admitting that the real Juliana would have left him too. Soong pleads with Data to let her have her humanity. Data returns to sickbay and replaces the chip. When he closes Juliana's head, she awakens. He tells her that she fell from the cliff and broke her arm, but Dr. Crusher has repaired it, and everything is fine. As Juliana prepares to leave the ship, Data tells her, "My father told me that he only had one great love in his life, and that he never regretted telling her how much he cared for her. I am certain he was referring to you." Oh, that's so sweet. So this is a really interesting episode, and yeah, there's really not much else I can say about it, so yeah. So overall, I give Inheritance 4 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me soon as we take a look at Parallels. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.